Hello everybody and welcome to Dansville High School. We have Livingston Conference girls basketball on tap for you tonight. Dansville Lady Mustangs versus Livonia Lady Bulldogs. You gotta go move that. Reminder, this broadcast is brought to you by UR Medicine, Noise Health, offices in Dansville and Geneseo. If it hurts, we can help at UR Medicine, Noise Health. I think so, yeah. Yes. Yes, you're good this side. Just make sure that side. Right there. And an early run for Dansville has caused Livonia to take a timeout. Chris Metcalf, what are you seeing for both sides so far?
Oh, man, I tell you what, Dansville come out real hard early, and right now it's a timeout for Karen Schuster. She better hope she has a few more left because this could get kind of ugly.
All right, so we made it right in the nick of time, Chris. We've had technical issues the past couple of games, but this game we did experience the same, but we were able to get you right at tip-off, so you haven't missed a second of this 6-0 Livonia lead, or I'm sorry, Dansville lead. Oh, and a rejection from Ariana Young. This Dansville crowd is into this ball game. And another bucket for Dansville. 8-0 Mustangs in the early going. Livonia finally on the board.
Got away with a little travel there, too.
All right, so 8-2. So here comes Livonia. It looks like Dansville will be able to recover. Outside jumper, Sydney Lockwood, no good. Rebound to Dansville's Ariana Young. And another bucket for Dansville's Madison Lee. All the way to the rim goes Lockwood, but it's no good. Rebound.
Seems like the friction's hard. See how when I get up over one way, it just kind of slides back a little bit?
Grace Rittenhouse misses the first. All right, so now we're all situated. 4:36 to go. First quarter, 10-2 Dansville lead. It started 6-0 before Livonia was forced to call a timeout. And with that Rittenhouse free throw, it's now 11-2. Lockwood running the floor and turns it over. Here comes Lee. Inside to Young, a nice lob pass from Rittenhouse, but just out of her reach and goes off Young and back to the Bulldogs. Now checking in for those Bulldogs is Kelsey Stewart. Checking out is Tatum Smith.
Getting us a little more ball handling, I think, right now with Stewart coming in.
As you see Dansville applying that full court pressure. And it's really working, causing Livonia to turn the ball over time and again. And that's 6 points for Livonia. Sydney Stone, and Dansville is rolling up 13-2. But let us tell you about our lovely sponsors, beginning with U of R Medicine, Noise Health, offices in Dansville and Geneseo. If it hurts, we can help at U of R Medicine and Noise Health. Also, Dr. Deborah L. Schaefer, Orthodontics in Wayland. So thank you to our sponsors for tonight's broadcast. Without them, we wouldn't be able to bring you Section 5 girls basketball.
Yeah, I tell you what, this is exactly what Livonia did not want right now, Alex. This has absolutely been a nightmare start for the Lady Bulldogs. This pressure from Dansville certainly giving Livonia all sorts of fits. 4 early turnovers, layups at the other end. Hopefully Karen Schuster brought a lot of timeouts over to Dansville with her because she might be running out here soon.
All right, so here we go. Back to action here at Dansville High School. So goes off the head of Lockwood and out of bounds. And you said it, Chris, this one could get ugly pretty quick if Livonia can't solve this Dansville pressure.
Listen, Livonia lives and dies by their press. They don't shoot the ball real well from the outside. Most of their points come off turnovers and layups at the other end. They're going to have to figure that out at some point.
Free ball, no good. Rebound to Livonia. Look inside, but looks like we'll have a little bit of a push there. We'll stay here with the Bulldogs. Three ball for Livonia, no good.
They had a good look at that, Alex. Wide open three, close. It looked like it was good from here. But they're going to need to make some of them, Alex, if they're going to make this thing close. This is a different Dansville team that played the 2 weeks ago up in Livonia. They were missing 3 starters pretty much. Oh, looks like some contact there, but good. We're going to give a good defense by Buckley.
And that's going to be a reach-in foul on Hannah LaPlante. LaPlante was one of a few Mustangs, as Chris will tell us, that was out the past couple of weeks.
Yeah, the George girl got hurt in that game, and Maddie Lee's been out for a while. So they've been playing these last 2 weeks with 3 starters gone.
Free ball, no good.
Great job of rebounding right there defensively by Grace Rittenhouse, doing a nice job boxing out.
It's going to be a foul on Livonia's Stewart. Livonia head coach Karen Schuster not pleased with that call. Frustrating starting to build for these Bulldogs as they already trail by 11. Oh, looks like a carry there, Chris. No call. Free ball from the plant. No good. Rebound to Vanessa Gilbraith.
Nice job by Galbraith right there defensively. Nice box out. Galbraith's senior year here, she's, kind of had a little bit of a quiet senior year. I know she was battling some injuries early on, but if Livonia's going to make any sort of postseason run, they're going to need her to get back to where she was.
Oh, and inside, a much-needed bucket for Kylie Buckley. And Livonia back on the board. 13-4 ball game now, 9-point Dansville lead. 3-ball from the corner, and it's good! I'll tell you what, Chris, Sydney Stone is on fire.
Yeah, she played really well against Leroy as well a couple Fridays ago.
Here's Livonia pushing the ball. And another big bucket for the Bulldogs, Sarah Schellenberger.
Nice give and go right there from the middle to the end, and gotta love that.
Oh, it looked like a foul there, no call. A lot of contact, and goes out of bounds. They'll go back to the Bulldogs.
I saw maybe a carry and 2 fouls on that play.
It's got to be tough to officiate girls basketball.
God. Listen, there's a column someday in my future about how tough it is to officiate girls basketball. You could literally, at sometimes when you press, watch it, call something every time down the floor. We'd be here all night.
Great atmosphere inside the gym at Dansville High School. A strong student section for the Mustangs. Both sides of the bleachers pretty well full, as they had one section of the bleachers shut off or closed off for the JV game, but they were forced to open it back up because of the sizable crowd.
He called that a shooting foul. I thought it was on the floor, but
looked like it to me.
He was a little closer to me. I'm not one to criticize officials.
No, you're not necessarily the most strong-sighted human being in the history of the world.
Well, listen, even when I coached, I had my moments. Actually, I had my moments with the guy that just called that foul.
Chris was the only basketball coach in the history of basketball to coach with binoculars from the sideline.
Yeah. They needed that a little bit, kind of starting to get a little offensive rhythm going for Livonia.
Yep, and as you said, they got those couple of buckets in transition, and I think that's big for them. That's what they need to look for. That's their bread and butter. Three ball from Stone, no good. Approaching 1 minute to go here in the first quarter. You're right, Chris. This Livonia team has done a nice job weathering the storm, and now they're fighting their way back.
And Galbraith, they need those points from Galbraith right there. She really is going to play a big role in today's game.
Travel called on Stone. Kick, so it's going to stay here with the Bulldogs. 38 seconds to go here in the first quarter. 6-point Dansville lead. Oh, and that's easy money for the Bulldogs. Nice pass to Galbraith. Just like that, Chris, it's a 4-point game. Karen Schuster has to be mighty pleased with her girls' effort to come back in this game. And there's those turnovers you were talking about. Bulldogs starting to create those turnovers, and it's leading to a little bit of momentum being built by Livonia. .21 seconds to go, first quarter, 4-point game, and it's intercepted. Here comes Lockwood. Can't get it to go, gets her own rebound, and she gets the putback. Sydney Lockwood makes it a 2-point game. And that's going to do it for the first quarter. A 2-point lead for the Mustangs. What an effort from the Bulldogs to come back in that one, Chris.
Wow, I'll tell you what. Karen Schuster used both those timeouts to her advantage because she got her team right back on track. And right now, if you're Dansville, you're probably thinking, what just happened?
Absolutely, and this game is brought to you by Dr. Deborah Schaefer Orthodontics. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at DLS Ortho. Update your smile with clear aligners or braces, creating beautiful smiles since 1993. That's Dr. Deborah Schaefer. Visit our website, dlsortho.com. Also, UR Medicine and Noise Health, one of our top sponsors throughout the high school sports season, does a great job sponsoring everything from football to basketball. So thank you to UR Medicine Noise Health offices in Dansville and Geneseo.
You know what? I tell you where Livonia got a little luck in this one. Coach G in Arizona, who's out there, in his summer home, I guess you could say, his winter home, he just texted me saying, don't count the Bulldogs out just yet. And right when he sent that text, they just started coming back. And something magical about that.
All right, so second quarter here. We are underway in the
And to
second
make
quarter.
matters even better for Livonia, they get the ball to start the second quarter here.
I'll tell you what helped Livonia in that first quarter. They started to see the ball go in the bucket, and then that lets them get back and set up their defense, which you say really leads to a lot of their offense. That one out of bounds off of LaPlante, so it'll stay with the Bulldogs. So the lob to Buckley, and now she's trying to take it to the rim. She's fouled. Looked like she was just out of control.
Yeah,
there, Chris.
I'll tell you what, Matt Falk's blowing the whistle a little too much right now. Let him play. Used to drive me a little crazy too back in the day. You're going to have some hands. You're going to have a little contact. Again with the inbounds pass.
Once again to Buckley, and she gets this bucket to go. And look at that, Chris. We're tied at 15.
A big, deep breath by Karen Schuster right there.
That's going to send Dansville to the line, and I'll tell you what, Livonia's not happy with that call, and one of the officials is letting them know that he's not going to take it anymore.
Trust me, they're doing okay right now. They're doing okay. He's been good to them.
So 7:18 to go. I thought that might be a shooting foul, but instead it's underneath. Madison Lee with a jumper, can't knock it down. Rebound to LaPlante. She can't get it to go. Third try, and it's rejected. Kylie Buckley starting to put her stamp on the game, and she throws that one all the way to the entrance almost.
They are very athletic there, Livonia. They can get their hands on a lot of loose balls. Right now, Dansville's in a little bit of a scoring slump. Could have been a travel there.
LaPlante to the rim. Little scoop shot's no good, and that's going to be a foul on the rebound. Let's see who the foul's on.
Jimmy Fahey right there, a veteran official.
So
Looks like they both saw the same thing.
Foul called on Dansville's Ariana Young.
And that's her first, though. That's good news for Dansville.
This game started in Dansville's favor, but Livonia has come back to tie the score as Young gets a rejection on that defensive possession. Once again, this game is brought to you by U of R Medicine Noise Health as Young gets the rebound to go.
Great feed, great entry right there, Alex.
Dansville back in the lead by 2. Oh, not sure where that one was going, Chris. Looked like she just tried to lead her teammate a little too far, did Buckley.
And I think right now, if you're Dansville, go back right to Ray Young in the post right there. Try to get her a lob and see if she can do some work in the post.
Jumper from Lee is good.
Or that works too.
So Dansville starting to regain their rhythm here, and it's now a 4-point Mustangs lead. Listen to this Dansville crowd, Chris. They've been into it all game. Stolen away by Rittenhouse. Grace Rittenhouse can't get the layup to go. Livonia comes the other way, and they drive right into Ariana Young, and that's going to be Young's second foul of the game.
Yeah, that's very important right now, whether there's 5:28 to go here in the second quarter. She's going to take the bench, and she's not happy. She's probably going to sit the rest of the way here. And they need her on the floor.
So here's Livonia trying to cut into a 4-point lead for Dansville. Lob inside to Galbraith. Can't get it to go. Rebound to Buckley, and that's a tie-up. It's going to be a jump ball. Good defense in there, Chris, from Brielle Caruso.
You know, when you look at some of these players, like Caruso especially, she's gotten a lot of minutes lately with some of the injuries that Dansville's had. She's played a lot of extended minutes, and she's played very well.
Very good defensive player for the Mustangs is Caruso.
Same with Stone.
3-ball from Lee. Oh, good. And Stone has really come on offensively in this game. She's already, I believe, got 8 or 9 points. It's going to be a foul call. It looked like he wanted to call a jump ball, but switched to the foul call. And with 4:55 to go, it's going to be a inbound from underneath.
At some point, you know, you try to even these fouls out a little bit. It's 4-1 right now this second quarter. So I'm sure, you know, when you look at, you know, I don't know if the refs keep an eye on that sometimes, the foul disparity, but I you can't help but think they might have to.
So they tried to lob it into Buckley once again, but Dansville able to take it away. And guess who, Chris? Brielle Caruso.
Every team needs a Brielle Caruso on their team, just in there scrapping, clawing, everything. And as I look right now, Dansville's Jenna George, one of the starters, has not suited up yet or not been in the game. I think she's still nursing a leg injury.
Yeah, she was icing her knee on the bench throughout the first quarter, but since she's been up moving around, I think that's just part of a rehab process. Ice and a little bit of movement, trying to loosen that thing up for the future, especially sectionals, which are coming up. That one's stolen away by Buckley. Here comes Buckley to the rim, but it's... It looked like a tip there. Not sure how you call it travel when the ball's tipped away. But nonetheless.
It was a tough call, no question. The Livonia fans disagreed.
Might have been a travel first, though, Chris. She did take a couple of steps there. A couple extra steps, excuse me.
Look at Hannah LaPlante in there fighting for that loose ball. Been out a couple weeks with an ankle, and she's right in there scrapping.
So 4:23 to go in this first half. 4-point lead for the Mustangs, and there's another foul. These guys getting paid by the whistle here tonight, Chris.
Yeah, I'd like to see a couple more swallows on that. Just let them play a little bit, get some flow going.
Nonetheless, that'll send Lockwood to the line for Livonia.
We want to thank Cheryl out there in Fort Lauderdale right now. Just sent a nice little text message. She's watching from Fort Lauderdale. A little bit nicer weather than we're having here, I think.
It's your neck of the woods, Chris. Your vacation neck of the woods.
Oh, a little bit north of there, but yes. I do make it down to Fort Lauderdale quite a bit.
Listen to this crowd, Chris. They are into it. Rebound. Sydney Stone. Oh, no, that's not Sydney Stone. Or was it Chris? I couldn't quite see. Yes, Stone. I apologize.
With the putback.
Yes, we have a new player in there, Madeline Faia.
Faia, yeah.
So that's who I thought it was. So that's my mistake there. And what happened there, Chris? I was looking at the computer. What happened?
You know what?
There?
It was on that last play right there.
Yes.
Just a violation on Livonia. Ball back to Dansville.
So Stone with it. Gets it over to Caruso. Another new player in for Dansville, Kirsten Kennedy. So Dansville going deep into their bench.
Ooh.
There's a three from Stone, misses everything, and it's off of Dansville.
Coach Kirschner does a really good job of getting a lot of players a lot of time. She wheels them in and out. She knows she's going to make some sort of sectional run. She's going to need everybody.
Something I was impressed with from Dansville the other day, they scheduled the Mercy girls. I think they lost by 12
did.
or something.
Yeah,
but
it was a close game. It was a close game early on, and Mercy got. But, playing without 3 stars really hurt them.
Oh, yeah, and that takes some gut scheduling that matchup. Mercy, a perennial Section 5 champion. Jumper, Madeline Faia.
That's the one you're waiting for right there, right?
23-16 now, Dansville. Lockwood puts it up and in. Big answer from the Bulldogs as Dansville appeared like they were going to go on another run.
You got to give it up to Dansville right now. They're pretty much playing a strong game without Sydney Stone or without Ray Young right now.
So that foul is going to send Brielle Caruso to the line. It's 2:40 to play, first half, 23-18. Caruso can't get the first. Caruso gets the second to go. 6-point lead for Dansville. And here comes Young checking back in along with Hannah LaPlante.
Ooh, that's a little gutsy right here by Coach Kirschner. Right now, if I'm Livonia, I'm going to dedicate myself to get that ball on the post and try to get Young a third foul. I thought she'd leave her out, but maybe she trusts her.
Young, an experienced player. Maybe Kirschner had to talk with her, said, listen, no chances, just hands up on defense and really do your work on offense for this final 2.5 minutes because you really don't want to enter the second half with 3 fouls. Both free throws no good from Buckley, and that's a jump ball. Ball going to Dansville.
This cheering section over there from Dansville starting to simulate the elbow maroon platoon.
That's going to be a foul on LaPlante.
Boy, they love calling fouls, huh?
Yeah, we've had quite a few so far today. And that's LaPlante's second of this first half, so she'll take a seat.
Boy, right now that's 3 in a row they've missed.
A little rendition of Twinkle Twinkle Little Star from the Dansville cheering section.
I see a lot of cowboy hats over there. Is it cowboy? Oh, it's cow. That's right. We're in the Mustangs Corral over here. I forgot.
So 5-point lead now after that made free throw from Smith. And there's another foul. That's going to send Grace Rittenhouse to the line. Rittenhouse can't get the roll. Over 2 goes Rittenhouse. 2 minutes to go, first half. 5-point Dansville lead. Big possession for the Bulldogs here as they look to cut it to a 1-possession game. Galbraith tries the reverse layup, gets it back. Can't get the roll.
Great job by Galbraith trying to draw a foul on Young on that play.
Young with a fadeaway doesn't get it to go. Rebounded by Lockwood. Here comes Smith now. Stolen away by Rittenhouse, but it goes out of bounds.
Got to tell you, minute 26 right now on defense. I'm not sure I'd leave Ray Young in this game. Just don't want to pick up a third here late in the half.
3 ball from Smith. And it's good! Tatum Smith. Huge 3-pointer to cut it to 2. So approaching 1 minute to go. 2-point lead now for the Mustangs. That's going to be close to a backcourt violation, but a good save there from Rittenhouse. And now it's Stone with an open layup, but she can't get it to go. But she's able to chase down the rebound. But good hustle there from Kelsey Stewart. Almost turns Dansville over, but that's a missed 3 from Rittenhouse. And here come the Bulldogs with a chance to tie it, but it's ripped away by Young. And that's going to be a foul on Lockwood. So you were almost proved right there, Chris, as that was close to Young committing a foul, but instead she comes away with the steal, and a big steal, and now she'll have free throws on the other end.
Yeah, boy, that took a lot of guts to leave her in that game. I tell you, Kirshner's a lot smarter than I am, I guess.
You said it, not me.
Well, you got to remember, this is a Dansville program, too. The last 2 years, they've lost 3 games.
Yeah.
You know, 2 years, 3 games. Young, a really nice free throw shooter. Oh, that didn't look pretty. I think that I jinxed her. Neither team's shooting the ball well from the stripe right now.
Not at all.
Now, your dad is the coach at Batavia. What would he do?
He'd be pulling his hair out. Another missed free throw. Out of bounds, off of the Bulldogs. It'll stay with the Mustangs.
Definitely some butterflies on both ends right now. Just when you're, I think they've missed probably their last 8 free throws between these 2 teams.
Inbound goes to Faia, inside to Young. And 3 seconds called on Ariana Young. Not a bad call there, Chris. I think that's a good call.
I think I saw the tent myself. She was camping out pretty good.
Officials often don't see that. It takes a coach or something to be yelling it out. Good call there. So we're under 20 seconds to go now. Looks like Livonia will try to hold with for the last shot. 1 second separates the game clock and the shot clock. Dribbling around is Stewart, and she turns it over. 3 seconds to go. Young up the court, and Dansville doesn't get it away. That's going to end the first half of play here from Dansville High School.
Wow, what a half.
24-22, Dansville in the lead. We'd like to thank our sponsors, beginning with UR Medicine, Noise Health. If it hurts, we can help. Offices in Dansville and Geneseo. UR Medicine, Noise Health prides itself on offering great service and several specializations and anything you could ask for. So visit UR Medicine, Noise Health. If it hurts, we can help. Offices in Dansville as well as Geneseo. Also, Dr. Deborah L. Schaefer, orthodontics for children and adults, treatment options Available for any age. Limited treatment, full orthodontic treatment, early interceptive treatment, clear aligners, creating beautiful smiles since 1993. Dr. Deborah L. Schaefer, 400 Washington Street in Wayland. So we'll be back after halftime. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Dansville High School, where we have a great, and let me tell you, a great game on hand for you. Second half of action between Dansville and Livonia. 2-point lead currently for Dansville. Chris, it's been kind of a tale of two quarters. Dansville really took a big lead in that first quarter, but Livonia, toward the end of that first quarter, was able to whittle it away, and now it's only a 2-point game.
Yeah, I got to give a lot of credit to Karen Schuster's adjustments there after that first run by Dansville. Their defense has played fantastic.
So 16 minutes left to decide this one. Livonia's been mighty impressive as well, being able to hang in there after a 10-2 deficit started the game. Oh, and a deep three from Kelsey Stewart gives Livonia their first lead of the game.
Well, she must have heard me when I said they don't shoot the ball well from the outside.
And that was a deep one, Chris. Inside to Young, can't get it to go.
She's the younger sister to Livonia State champ Molly Stewart from about 5 years ago. Livonia won the state title, as you remember.
Inside to Lockwood, looked like a travel, and it was.
You know, we talk about state titles in Livonia, Alex. That's what we talk about.
Says the Bloomfield graduate.
We had one of them, too. But it was soccer, so we didn't talk about that.
Chris referring to his son, the state baseball champ, I'm sure.
No, I'm referring to all the Bulldogs. Team efforts.
Lockwood goes up with it, and she's fouled. Livonia with a chance to add to their lead. Did you ever think we'd be saying that, Chris, the way this game started?
Geez, I'll tell you what, no, not at all. I really thought Dansville was going to blow them away after that early run. The crowd was pumped up, and everything was going right. Karen Schuster blew a couple timeouts to talk to the kids, and geez, but got to tell you, credit to Livonia. They're battling back. But here we go. More free throw shooting woes. I got a feeling both teams are going to be running some laps tomorrow, win or lose. Just getting these free throws down.
It's going to be a violation. So Livonia behind for the first time tonight. Lee, open jumper. No good. Rebound goes to Lockwood.
Sydney Lockwood, nice box out right there for Livonia.
I'll tell you what, Chris, this Livonia team might just be a bad matchup for Dansville, more specifically Ariana Young. They got a lot of size, this Livonia team. Count it! And one for Lockwood. And Livonia is now up by 3. Not able to get the free throw to go, but nonetheless, it's now a 3-point lead for Livonia.
Oh,
that's going to be a travel, and Karen Schuster not happy with that call.
Livonia fans screaming for a foul on that, but I got to tell you,
that's going to be a timeout on the floor, and that will allow us to tell you about our sponsor, UR Medicine and Noise Health. Offices in Dansville and Geneseo. Right down the road here, actually, Chris. I usually pass it on my way here, UR Medicine and Noise Health, Dansville office. So make sure you stop over there if you need anything taken care of. Also, Dr. Deborah L. Schaefer in Wayland. So thank you to our sponsors for tonight's broadcast. It's been a great game so far, and Chris, we got an upset alert on our hands. Livonia leading Dansville now in the second half.
Well, I'll tell you what, no question about it. Right now, the momentum is all with Livonia right now. Dansville's struggling. They're struggling in the half court right now, which is really surprising. They're usually a pretty good half court team. a better half-court team mostly than Livonia. But right now, Livonia just getting the better of Dansville at the half-court game.
And that one's turned over by the Mustangs. Taken away by Buckley. Inside out, and another deep three. And another hit for Kelsey Stewart. 2 threes in this third quarter, both deep.
Only a sophomore. Did not start this game either, but she certainly started the second half. 2 threes in this period and has really Dansville on their heels right now.
An easy look inside for LaPlante, but she can't get it to go. Rebounded by Young, goes back up. And
whoa, almost over the back on that, Alex.
Yeah, but Young
could have been called.
Young able to get the roll, and now here's the Mustangs full court pressure once again. They haven't been able to set it up much in this second half thus far. Young with the rebound. Now here come the Mustangs on the run. LaPlante tried to look inside to Rittenhouse, but it goes out of bounds and back to the Bulldogs.
This game also, Alex, has Division I LCAA implications. The winner
there from Sydney Stone as the ball rolls out of bounds.
If Dansville wins this game, they lock up Division I by themselves. If not, this could be a co-championship, and they both still have another game. And not for nothing, but Dansville still has to tangle with a very talented Hornell team.
Yeah, we watched Dansville beat Hornell pretty handily in the two teams' first matchup, but don't count out the Red Raiders. They are a tough bunch.
They definitely are.
Deep jumper from Lockwood, and it's good. The Bulldogs have found their stride here on offense and now lead by 6. Almost taken away, but Young able to get it inside and can't get the roll. Something that's killed the Mustangs here tonight, Chris, has been missed layups. A lot of missed layups for the Mustangs.
They sure have. They've this Livonia team just out-scrapping them right now, too, which is not easy to do.
6-point lead for those Bulldogs. And it's been a lot of help from Kelsey Stewart and her 2 deep three-pointers. Those have been the difference thus far for Livonia. She looked like she was going to pull the trigger again, but instead she gets it over to Tatum Smith, who knocks down a deep three of her own. And Livonia is ahead by 9 with 4:05 to go in the third quarter.
Hey, listen, that's all that's gonna do right now is gonna tell. I'm sure Coach Kirsch's saying, okay, we're out of the zone. It's time to play man. So Livonia, who struggles, there's no question this team struggles shooting the ball from the perimeter. They are really playing well right now outside the paint. And that right now is really a big part of this game.
The story of this game has been missed layups from the Mustangs and now made three-pointers in this third quarter for the Bulldogs. 3 3-pointers for Livonia, a 9-point lead.
Yeah, they're definitely very, very much playing as well as I've seen Livonia play in a while.
And you mentioned at the beginning of the game, and you've mentioned it since, this team not a strong perimeter shooting team, but if they can get those to go, how dangerous is this Livonia team become?
They are very dangerous. They didn't make many in the first half, but they came out here in the third quarter really playing well, shooting the ball very well with confidence.
Yeah, they're showing no fear pulling up from well behind the three-point line. And Dansville on the other end has lacked fluidity on offense, and there you see it again is another missed layup, rebounded by Lockwood. Beautiful entry, but can't get the finish. Vanessa Galbraith with the missed opportunity, and that's going to be a foul on Buckley. We have a discussion here, but I think they're going to decide on the foul.
And we're finally hearing from the Mustang Corrallers over there. They've been quiet this third quarter.
So before the foul,
Boy,
we
Matt
have a
Falk
travel.
is not making Dansville people happy.
Dansville's not going to be happy about that one.
He made that call from half court. I just don't understand how he would come out and make that call like that. All he did right there was show up the other official. Whether that was the right call or not, it's just something you don't do.
That's where you should leave it when it's on this side of the court, all the way over there. All right, so 3:34 to go, and a little controversy here.
But I tell you what, that Buckley's a heck of a hustler, man. She's all over the place. There you go.
Lob inside to Lockwood, and she gets it to go. Double-digit lead for the Bulldogs. Dansville in desperate need of a bucket here. Free ball from the plant, no good, and it's going to stay here with a foul underneath. Either on, oh, it's on Stewart. Foul called on Stewart.
Hey, Stewart was doing a nice job in there, though, scrapping with Ray Young on that board.
That's what I used to love to do, Chris. You can't see me here, but I'm about 5'8". And I used to love going underneath and getting leverage, boxing out those big guys underneath. Jumper from Caruso, and that ends the drought for the Mustangs. A big jumper from Brielle Caruso. And Dansville able to get that trap that they like, but it stays with the Bulldogs. And I think that's how the Mustangs are going to have to come back in this one, Chris. Set up their defense, get into those traps, and really force some Livonia turnovers.
I'll tell you right now, Livonia's defense is making every shot by Dansville a tough one.
Stewart for three. Can't get this one to go. That looked like it was a little out of rhythm for Stewart. Stops, pops, does Caruso. Can't find the rim. And it's off the Mustangs, going back to the Bulldogs. Good hustle. Good hustle from both sides.
Yeah,
there.
both sides, awesome. I love seeing hustle like we're seeing tonight. Both these teams wanting it bad. Right now, though, Livonia a little bit more. They wanted a little bit more.
Just under.
Outworking
2:45 to go, approaching 2.5 minutes. 9-point lead for Livonia. Stewart, a long jumper. Rebounded. Kicked out. Livonia can't get the second try, but they're able to get another rebound. It's Buckley on the rebound.
Boy, that's, what, three offensive boards on this possession?
Free ball from Smith. No good. Rebounded by Young. Oh, and a little elbow there thrown by Young, but no call from the officials. What'd you think, Chris? Did you see what I saw?
I saw it.
Free ball from the plant, no good. Rebound goes to Lockwood. Under 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. One and a half to play now. Buckley out to Stewart for three. Just short. But that's what you want if you're Livonia. Find Stewart in rhythm, and she has a great chance to knock down those three-pointers.
Yeah, the sophomore is shooting with a lot of confidence right now. A lot of confidence. I mean, you don't see a lot of sophomores that want to take charge like that. There's one right there.
So underneath for Livonia, and we have a foul before the ball's inbound, and it's called on Ariana Young. That's going to be her third, but with such little time to go in the third quarter and the Mustangs trailing, I believe she'll stay in the game, and she will.
I got a feeling that Matt Falk won't be on the sectional list for Dansville. I'm just throwing it out there.
So 1.5 to go here. Stewart, nice move, and she gets it to go. Kelsey Stewart, the MVP for Livonia in this third quarter. All the way around the horn to Lee. We have a foul underneath before the shot. That's going to be a hold on Galbraith. So what we're seeing, Chris, is a lot of battling underneath between the bigs on both sides, and it's led to some off-the-ball fouls these past couple of possessions.
I'm very impressed with Livonia's interior defense. Very impressed.
Inbounded.
And they're almost daring Dansville to shoot the ball, too.
Lob to Young. She gets the finish.
Boy, that was pretty.
Back under double digits. 9-point lead for Livonia.
That took a perfect entry pass right there by LaPlante.
Three ball, Tatum Smith. What an answer from the Bulldogs.
I'll tell you this right now, Alex. I think Coach Kirshner's scouting report was exactly what mine was. They can't shoot well from the outside, and they're burning them right now.
So back to a 10-point lead for Livonia. Under 10 seconds to go, 5 seconds to go. Jumper from Smith, no good, and that's going to do it for the third quarter. We have a 10-point lead for Livonia, and we're going to head to the break. Dansville in need of a comeback. Got over 100 balls. Totally agree. Here we go. Fourth quarter of action. 8 minutes to go to decide this one. Livonia with a huge third quarter now leads by 10.
If you think about this for a second, Dansville had that big run to start the game, right? What'd they get, 13 points in the first 3-4 minutes? Look what they've got now.
Yeah.
What a job defensively this Livonia team has done. They're not winning this game because they're playing great offense. Well, they are, but they're winning it because of the defensive end.
Here we go, 8 minutes to play. Look, Dansville will start the fourth quarter with possession. 10-point lead for Livonia.
Of course, if you play for Livonia, you better know how to play defense. That is their forte.
And that's a turnover for Livonia, or I'm sorry, for Dansville to start this fourth quarter. I'm not sure about that, Chris. Looked like there was a second tip from Livonia. Looked like he got tipped by 3 players, but nonetheless, ball in hands of the Bulldogs. Inside to Galbraith, and she gets it to go. 12-point lead for Dansville now. Time running out on the Mustangs.
I'll tell you what, the extra pass right there, very unselfish entry.
Looked like a travel there, no call. All the way over to LaPlante. Short jumper, can't get the roll. Young on the rebound.
That's where Livonia's really doing well on the defensive glass. They let one go through that time, though, but certainly not a lot of offensive boards for Ray Young today.
Buckley can't get it to go. Rebounded by Galbraith. Puts it back. No good. Rebounded by Young. Good foul on Buckley. Livonia wanted the offensive foul. Haven't been many calls tonight that the fans have agreed with, Chris.
I think that Livonia lady is just screaming over here.
Inside to LaPlante.
Wow, what a move.
What a reverse layup from LaPlante. That was a beautiful move, Chris.
And as you see right now, Dansville's in man-to-man here.
And
Nice fake. Ooh.
LaPlante keeping a close eye on Stewart, who's been the sharpshooter for Livonia down the stretch. A crazy lob gets picked off by Dansville, and here comes Rittenhouse all the way to the basket, and she's fouled. 8-point lead, Rittenhouse with a chance to cut it to 6.
Dansville's leading scorer, Grace, all year. Rittenhouse.
1,000-point scorer, Grace.
Yeah,
Rittenhouse.
1,000-point scorer. Really struggling to get good looks today.
Yeah, she's been mighty quiet. As we have a timeout called by Livonia, we'd like to tell you about one of our sponsors, Dr. Deborah L. Schaefer in Wayland. Dr. Schaefer is located at 400 Washington Street in Wayland, 585-728-3830, www.dlsortho.com. Treatment options available for any age, creating beautiful smiles since 1993. Also, UR Medicine and Noise Health office right here in Dansville, as well as Geneseo. UR Medicine Noise Health, a proud sponsor of Batavia Daily News high school sports broadcasts.
You know, we'll get another shout out to Coach Jeromo. He's on his pins and needles, he said, in Phoenix right now. It's really going to disrupt his golf game tomorrow morning. He says this has been a well-officiated game, and we got to quit our whining. He's never been one to crucify the officials, you know? So if he says it, I get it. All right. And obviously a new member of the Section 5 Football Hall of Fame will be joining Wayne Carroll this year from the Bath Haverling Rams. Can't wait for that induction.
So here we go, final 6 minutes. Rittenhouse
Big free throws here.
will take 2 free throws, looking to cut it to a 6-point game.
Oh boy.
So Rittenhouse can't get that one to go.
Oh boy, that's cool. They're giving Grace the overrated thing, and I think I'd like to see how many of them guys over there got 1,000 points.
Rittenhouse gets the second one.
What a high school atmosphere, though, huh?
Great game.
I don't think either one of these teams, boys teams, Dansville or Livonia, has ever played in front of a crowd this riled up right now.
Almost stolen away by Rittenhouse, but Livonia able to get back possession. Time running out on this possession, under 5 seconds on the shot clock. Lockwood unable to hit the rim, and that's a shot clock violation on the Bulldogs.
Well, if you're Dansville right now, every possession counts at both ends. Make a stop, got to cash it in.
Time nearing 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Dansville in need of a run here as they trail by 7. Very deep three from Rittenhouse. Tried to bank it in, no good. There's Young on the rebound. She can't get the foul, but Caruso is fouled underneath. And I'll tell you what, Chris, that might be one of the deepest three-pointers I've seen attempted all year.
That was beyond NBA range.
It was from the volleyball line. Rebound to Young. Jump ball.
You know, when she puts the ball on the floor like that, bad things happen. A lot of hands in there.
Especially that far away from the basket. So now under 5 minutes to go. 7-point Livonia lead as Stewart looks to add to it, but it's rejected by Young. Not a smart play if you're Stewart going in there amongst the trees.
Hey, the sophomore wasn't worried about that. She's playing tough tonight, this Stewart kid. Real good. The stage is not too big for that kid.
That one almost taken away by a LaPlante, but the travel is called on the tie-up. So still that 7-point lead for Livonia as we've gone back and forth with a couple of jump balls. Caruso picks up her dribble, but able to get it away to LaPlante. LaPlante skips it over to Lee. Lee to the rim, and she's fouled.
And that's going to be a big part of it right now, is trying to put some points on the board without the clock moving, Alex. Getting to the line and cashing. Because right now, if you're Livonia, they're going to take every possession. They're going to take about 30 seconds off that clock. You can just kind of feel it.
Lee can't get either of those free throws to go, Chris, and their free throw woes continue as Lockwood has an open route to the basket, and she finishes. Back to a 9-point lead for Livonia. Poor transition defense there from the Mustangs.
Gotta love watching Karen Schuster coach. She gets every ounce she can out of this game and coaching these kids. You know, we're
timeout. We'll head to the break. Brought to you by Deborah L. Schaefer Orthodontics.
You know, we got a lot of great coaches in the the Glow region for the boys, right? But I got to tell you, there's one of the best right there at Livonia for the girls. Coach Karen Schuster has just done a tremendous job in her tenure. You know, we're going to be doing a story next week on Mike Rapone and the Batavia Notre Dame. 700 wins. He's 4 wins shy of 700. I don't know how many Karen's got, but I'll tell you what, she's got to be within the top 2 or top 3 of the all-time girls coaches. And I tell you what, she's got a lot of championships as well. And a state title, Alex. Did I tell you that yet? Boy, 4:15 to go.
Over there, you're going a little far. Yeah, you're better on that side, but you're a little far on that side.
Tough because that thing.
Yeah. So 4:15 to go in this game. 9-point lead for Livonia. Another missed free throw for Dansville, Chris.
Boy, I tell you what, I'm hearing Frank Williams over here, WDNY, give me the free throw shot percentage. It isn't pretty.
Another miss from LaPlante.
Jump ball goes to Dansville.
Lobbed into Young. She's fouled. She's going to head to the line once again. I'll tell you what, Chris, if you're Dansville, that might just be what you have to do here down the stretch. You haven't been able to get much offensively outside of these lobs to Young.
A couple of Livonia players thought it might have been a travel there. But
I think Coach Schuster did too. Big free throw from Young.
You know, I did say in the first half she had a good-looking free throw stroke, but it didn't look pretty in the first half. That stroke looked really good.
2 for 2 for Young. Big free throws for Oriana Young. Approaching 4 minutes to go. It's a 7-point Livonia lead. Nice drop step from Buckley and an even better pass to Galbraith, but she can't get the finish. And she's fouled on the putback.
What a great feed from Buckley. She drew 2 defenders, dropped a little bounce pass to Galbraith. Missed the chippy, but she's going to go to the line for 2. I'll tell you what, good teamwork right now from Livonia. They're spreading the ball around real well. You know, they've been so dependent this year on Buckley, you know, getting all those points off the steals and whatnot, is they're really showing that they have a lot more balance than I thought they did.
Another missed free throw, this one from the Bulldogs. Galbraith able to knock down the second. Now we're under 4 minutes to go, back to a 8-point lead for Livonia. As Kelsey Stewart is face guarding Grace Rittenhouse, that could be what's leading to her quiet night. Inside to Caruso. Big layup for Brielle Caruso. Nice pass from Madison Lee. Stewart for three. Air ball.
And the Mustang Corral folks over there giving the sophomore a little hard time. But she's been the dagger today.
He's also done a great job on the defensive end, as I said, on Rittenhouse.
Sure has.
Take to the basket from Caruso. And Brielle Caruso, who we mentioned early in the first half for her defense, now starting to assert herself on offense, and the Mustangs need her to.
You know what? I tell you what, right now, you said a little while ago, scoring points without the clock moving, very important. Right now, Dansville's doing a really nice job of getting to the glass, getting to the basket. 2 big free throws here, though, Alex.
Caruso makes the first. 5-point game. Violation. It's a third violation we've had tonight, Chris. That remains a 5-point game.
Can't go in girls basketball until it hits the iron.
Worked up ahead to Lockwood, a 2-on-1 for Livonia. Lockwood can't get the finish, rebounded by Young. A huge stop for Dansville there. A chance to cut it to a 1-possession game now for the Mustangs. Caruso to Lee. No good, out of bounds. And it's going to the Bulldogs.
Jimmy Fahey made the call. It just made a lot of people angry and a lot of people happy. I look like the right call to me, though, Alex.
And a near turnover provides the... and Madison Lee with the steal. Inside to Young. Out to Caruso. No good. Rebound to Stewart. Here come the Bulldogs. Worked up ahead to Buckley, but it's taken away by Caruso. And that's going to be a foul called on Buckley. So that's going to send... No free throws. It's going to be a side out.
No, I think that's...
side out.
Side out, okay.
Or no, you are correct. I apologize. I was right the first time.
Yeah,
so,
every fifth foul of the quarter
Dansville now in the bonus.
Will be 2.
That will send them to the line with a chance to cut this to a 1.
Wow, here we go.
Game. Brielle Caruso
look at the
with
Mustang.
2 free throws coming up.
What an environment here right now. You know, Alex, I can't help but think these two teams could meet in the semifinals and sectionals.
What a ball game we've had here for you at Dansville High School.
One thing we know for sure, Jim Fahey, the other official, is going to sleep really well tonight. He does a nice job controlling things, and boy, he works hard out there. Been doing it a long time. Son was a heck of a player at Perry. He coached Perry for many years. Whoa, 2:17 to go. 2 free throws coming up. Could cut this to a 1-possession game. Caruso shooting a free throw here. It showed a really nice stroke last time.
Oh, she can't get the roll. Stays at a 5-point lead. Caruso gets the second. Still a 2-possession game. 4-point lead for the Bulldogs. Full court press for Dansville. And a little body-to-body contact on the plant. That's going to be a foul, and that might not be a bad foul, as if you're Dansville, you kind of got to get close to that bonus.
Yeah.
That way, if you need to commit a few fouls to send these girls to the line, you're there before the game gets too late. So 2 minutes to go now in the fourth, and it's intercepted by Dansville. LaPlante with it now.
That turnover was created by Caruso playing defense.
Young with a nice move. Can't get the finish. Rebound to Lockwood. Stolen away by Rittenhouse. 3-ball from Rittenhouse. No good. Knocked out of bounds. Off of Livonia.
I think I might have missed that with the camera because Rittenhouse was in downtown territory on that shot.
Tie up underneath. Jump ball going back to the Bulldogs.
Lockwood playing some fantastic defense these last 2 possessions. Dansville coming with the press.
If you're Dansville, you have to make sure you get near that bonus, as you might see them commit one of their fouls to give, but they choose not to. So they're looking for the stop instead, and they almost get the turnover, and they do.
Whoa.
What are you doing?
And we had an inadvertent whistle, so that will stop play.
Oh, man, nothing modified.
Yeah, I think Dansville got the short end of that stick. Hey, sometimes the officials get excited too. This is a lot of high pressure game right here. Guess they're getting a free timeout here or what? What's going on? Just explaining he's explaining to Karen what happened, but if I'm Karen Schuster right now, I'm kind of excited that happened because Dansville was going in for a layup.
So 1:23 to go, 4-point game. Dansville with the ball. And they almost turn it over. And instead it's going to be a foul called on Sarah Schellenberger. Anna LaPlante's going to go to the line with a chance to cut it to a 1-possession game.
What a great athletic play by LaPlante. The pass was way short. She went up there and made a play on it and just did a great job of getting that ball and getting the foul. What an athletic play by LaPlante. This would make things very, very interesting.
And that is 5 fouls on Schellenberger, one of the top defenders for this Livonia team. LaPlante just has not been able to get those rolls here tonight. Good shooter, can't get the shooter's roll. Don't see that very often. 0 for 2. Rebounded by LaPlante. And she gets the ball. 2-point game, 1:15 to go.
Oh!
And it's almost turned over, but Ariana Young ran out of bounds.
The Mustang Corral has come alive.
You could cut the tension with a knife, Chris.
What a ball game.
Lockwood with it, trying to work her way to the bucket, and she gets a layup. Lockwood puts Livonia back ahead by 4. Under a minute to go. Lee with the layup, and she's fouled.
That could be the biggest bucket Livonia had all night, is that bucket by Lockwood right there, though.
I'll tell you what, Chris, very disappointed with the Livonia faithful here tonight. Have really
And is that her?
shown great respect to the
that is
officials.
Kylie Buckley's fifth.
Not shown great respect to the officials and have really argued about almost every single call here tonight. You really lose all credibility when you're arguing about every single call.
I agree. We did an article last week on that.
So that's 5 fouls on Kylie Buckley, as Chris mentioned, and that's a big loss for Livonia, perhaps the top player for this Bulldogs team, out with 5 fouls. Lee misses the first free throw, and Dansville's free throw woes continue. She makes the second. 3-point game, timeout for Schuster. So here we go. We got 56 seconds remaining in this ball game. 3-point Livonia lead. Because I still have 4 points up there, I believe, but I just corrected it. Anyway, 3-point lead for Livonia.
I'm going to little take you into the Livonia huddle here. You know, I know it's too early to give out a player of the game, though, but I got to tell you, that Stewart kid, you talking about the job she did defensively on Rittenhouse and those big threes and the way she's handled the ball, to me, if Livonia holds on and wins this game, she's got to be right up there.
All right, so here we go, the final minute of this ball game. Livonia with the ball and a 3-point lead out of the timeout. And they almost turn it over, and that's going to be a foul called on Dansville. But they did have 2 to give still, so not, or maybe even, yeah.
That's her fourth, though.
They had 3 to give, so not a horrible foul, but as Chris mentioned, 4th on Rittenhouse. They get it into Lockwood. That's going to be out of bounds off Dansville.
I thought he was going to call a foul on Schuster on that one. She was so close.
So Livonia able to get it in, but they're struggling after they get it in. Get it to Stewart, and that's going to be a travel. And Livonia doesn't like that call. Timeout, Dansville. 49 seconds to go. High drama here at Dansville High School.
You know, funny thing about that last play, Alex, Coach Schuster was trying to get a timeout until they got the ball in, and then she said, I'm good. And then I think once they traveled, she wanted it back. A lot of gamesmanship tonight. This game's everything we thought it was going to be. Well, it might not have been exactly the way I drew it up as far as who's going to win this game or lose it. But I tell you what a ball game. Wow, over 200 live watchers right now. We just got a shout out from Sacramento, California to Tony, says he's loving what's going on right now. 215 live. Wow, fantastic. What a ball game. Now you got to wonder what Coach Kirshner's drawing up here, Alex.
All right, final 50 seconds of this game, 49 seconds to be exact. And Dansville will have the ball on the side, down 3.
They don't need a 3 yet. They just need something quick. Nice little 2.
So here's LaPlante. LaPlante trying to drive to the rim, and that's going to be a travel. Travel called on LaPlante. And ball goes back to Livonia. And it looked like we had the ball slammed in frustration, and Livonia looking for a technical foul to be called, but no call. So 41 seconds to go. Livonia with a 3-point lead in the ball. It's picked off by LaPlante. She gets it to Lee, and Lee gets the layup. 1-point game. 35 seconds to go. Dansville might have to foul, but they might look to get the steal. Galbraith to Lockwood. Lockwood to the rim. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Livonia, but there's a tie-up underneath. And it's a travel!
Wow!
Travel call, and the ball will go back to Dansville with 18 seconds to go and a 1-point Livonia lead. Coach Schuster not happy with that travel call.
Oh, wow.
Timeout Dansville.
Wow. That's all I got. Wow. Karen Schuster just has to worry about what's ahead. Don't worry about that last call. She knows she's working the officials pretty good. But she's got to coach her kids. But she's over here. She's upset right now about that call, but no, this is just to add to my point, though. How difficult, Alex, truthfully, how difficult would it be to referee this game tonight? My goodness, this is a one heck of a tough game to officiate because both these teams are scrappy, playing really in-your-shorts defense. Boy, this is...
There's no doubt, but we got two veteran officials on this game, and although both sides think that they've done a terrible job, I think they've done a good job administering the game and making sure each side gets a fair shake.
They've been consistent, no question about it.
Coach Schuster, not happy at all, continues to yell at the officials. She's got to be careful not to get a technical foul.
They won't give her a tee right now. I think she could probably throw a ball at one of those guys.
So here we go, 18.8 to go. 1-point lead for Livonia. Dansville will inbound. LaPlante begins the possession. Guarded closely. They get it over to Lee. Lee back out to Caruso. Caruso making her way to the rim. Can't get it to go. Gets her own rebound out to Rittenhouse for three.
Whoa!
Grace Rittenhouse knocks down a three. And Dansville has taken a 2-point lead with 4 seconds to go.
Whoa! What? Oh, my goodness. You know what? I'm sure that the Livonia student body over there yelling overrated remembered that three.
Big-time players make big-time plays, Chris, and that's exactly what we just saw from Grace Rittenhouse. Hadn't done much the whole game, but when her team needs her the most, she knocks down the three to send her team ahead.
Unbelievable. What a ball game. This is going to be one, if it stays as it is, it's going to haunt Livonia for a long time. Because they had this game pretty much wrapped up. What a scrappy fourth quarter by Dansville.
And I'll tell you what, Chris, if Livonia does indeed go on to lose this game, the referees might need security exiting the building.
They'll get it.
Which is very unfortunate at the high school level.
They'll be fine. Now, if you're Livonia, you can't help but think, and they get the ball, get here.
And one thing you got to love, Chris, Jenna George from Dansville up cheering on her team, even though she's injured. So Livonia, one more chance here. 4 seconds to go, and there's a foul called on Dansville, but they had that one to give, so
1 second
so
went off.
1 second ran off the clock with that foul. But Coach Schuster wondering if 1 second should have ran off. Not sure if.
You're not accusing the Dansville scorekeeper of a quick trigger, are you?
I would never.
All right.
So there will be 3 seconds to go. 2-point lead for
4-point
Dansville.
lead.
All right, so they put another second on. So 4 seconds to go. Livonia with one more chance, down by 2. And it's stolen away by LaPlante. Hannah LaPlante with the steal. Stewart with the intentional foul. And that's going to do it. Dansville is going to win this game. What a ball game here at Dansville High School, and a Hannah LaPlante steal on the inbound clinches it for the Mustangs.
I'm speechless. That doesn't happen often.
That's a first for you, Chris.
A part of me feels really bad for Livonia because they really outplayed Dansville tonight. The other part's like, how gritty is this Dansville team to come back like they did?
That's exactly what I was just going to say. That's what the great teams do. Even when they face great adversity, they find a way to win, and that's exactly what Dansville did tonight. So that free throw from LaPlante gives Dansville a 3-point lead with 0.9 seconds on the clock. It went down almost right after.
And that's where the killer is right now. Dansville gets the ball back. So this is really all but over.
Oh, if you're Livonia, you are heartbroken. It might take me a month to recover from a loss like this.
Yeah. Yeah, they outplayed Dansville pretty much most of the game except for the first 3 minutes.
And the last 3 minutes.
Right, exactly.
The inbound goes to LaPlante. That's going to do it. The Dansville Mustangs with a huge comeback victory over LCAA rival Livonia. 52-49, and Dansville takes it home. Once again, we'd like to thank you for joining us here from Dansville High School. Alex Brasky for Chris Metcalf of the Batavia Daily News signing off. We'll see you next time.